want you, the listener. Yes, I want you, the listener, to press the like button, the subscribe button, but more importantly, comments. Comments that you liked or disliked the topic discussed. What would you like discussed? Because you, the listener, are who is important to me so that I can provide the value that you want and need.
Joel, as owners, we have a lot of expectations, sometimes of ourselves.
Yes.
And sometimes people are kind enough to foist them on us.
What? Give us advice on how to run our company?
You know, it's amazing the advice you get from someone who's never actually operated a company and been an employee their entire lives. One that you got a while ago was, you employ people, you are therefore responsible for taking care of those people.
I remember that comment quite well. That was 10 years ago when we hired our first employee.
Respectfully, I'm throwing the BS card. There you go.
Wow, that's on the table.
Dude, you are responsible for operating a company and making it profitable. Hopefully, that all by itself is more than enough responsibility to then feed the employees who should be doing the work. I refuse to believe that you are responsible to take care of people as a business owner. I can't wait for you to jump in. This is even my business. I'm feeling pissy.
I understand where the person was coming from when they said that, but you are not responsible for your staff, but you are responsible for building a culture that cultivates learning, development, opportunity. That was not how this person intended. Basically, their intention was that you now have to take care of that person in their entirety. That's not the responsibility I signed up for. If you get a bad egg and they don't want to learn and they don't want to do the work, am I responsible for them? No, I'm not. I'm at liberty to try to coach them and develop them and try to get them away from those bad habits. But if those bad habits continue, they have to go through proper HR principles. But providing an opportunity for people that they can run with, I think, is the better way to look at things.
Mm-hmm.
Because my responsibility is, as you said, to grow the company, make sure it's profitable so it's open tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, whatever. And my other responsibility is make sure that the customers are taken care of too and getting the quality of goods and services that they've purchased.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we use staff members in order to perform those goods and services, and you try to get the best people and train them the best way and provide that so that they can get a paycheck and then take care of themselves and their families. But that's really their responsibility. It's a slippery slope.
Joel, I look at some of the things that we've both been through. I've had to let staff go myself, had to let close vendors go. In the instance that we've all had, the customer moves to another supplier. It might be because they're a family member. They have some other association with them. There is no improvement in quality. You and I have both seen current customers downgrade quality because of some other pre-existing relationship. And it hurts to come back to your team and say, I don't have any more work for you right now. I'm sorry. You feel bad when those things happen, especially when you have to look at a solid team member and you understand that you have reduced their income by no fault of your own. There is a sense of responsibility to those people who are on your team.
Yes.
It is not your responsibility to care for them. I guess that's what I'm asserting.
Yes.
I really like what you have said and the way you lead the company on developing a culture of growth, a culture of intending that people can invest in themselves, earn certifications, make themselves more valuable to themselves by making themselves more valuable to their employer. Not just you, they can own their career.
Correct. When I got my first real job in the commercial janitorial world, I was like a sponge and I took every bit of training opportunity that there was. I asked if there was books out there. This is way before the internet. There wasn't that type of research that you could do. Tried to find the materials so that you could grow. And I always looked at it as I manage this little piece of this company and I'm the head of that and I'm going to take care of it. It's one of the greatest joys I had early on in my career was developing myself to be able to grow with that company and then other companies after that. Also, one of the things that you had said was looking somebody in the eye and having to tell them that there's no more work. And that one of the most difficult times in my career was that when COVID hit and New York State and then our governor at the time had shut down the state because of COVID, because we didn't know what COVID was all about. And it was spreading so quickly. There was some of that fear and things, and the governor was trying to do the right thing and telling people that worked for me that I no longer had any work because the city shut down basically. basically.
Right.
Listening to people beg and cry and say, how could you do this to me? And that was probably the most gut-wrenching thing I've ever done. We had to work very hard. And by we, I really meant me, when I had no business in trying to find anything that was open that needed to be cleaned so I could try to bring people back. We lost 97% of the business we had at the time.
What many people don't understand in the midst of this, that situation in particular, is that while your employee can file for unemployment,
Me as the owner cannot.
you can't. The only way you get to file for unemployment is to shut down the business. I don't bring all this up to spark emotions or make our listener angry or make an employee who might be listening to this angry. We respect all those needs. We're all just people, whether you're an owner or a frontline worker, working to the success of our work, our business, our income, our family. I'm going to assume good intent on all of those. I do want the owner who's listening to understand, though, that when you need a guide through these types of problems, Joel has been through those. He understands exactly what operating a cleaning company is about. He understands what communicating with your staff is about. He understands having your own HR person that does the hiring, the types of conversations that are going to have to be had in moments of stress, in moments of work loss, and when your employees decide to vent their attitude all over you. He's the guy you need to call to get you through those times. Joel, thank you.
You're welcome.